Hi viewers, in today's video we will learn all about NOTAM. NOTAM stands for Notice to Airman. The purpose of this video is to help airport managers, flight operations, student air traffic control officers and pilots to learn how to decode NOTAM. A NOTAM, a notice to airmen, is a notice containing information essential to personnel concerned with flight operations. This information is of operational significance about the permanent or temporary changes of lasting characteristics of duration less than 3 months, and when such operation information are made at short notice. Duration for any NOTAM should be less than 3 months. Existing NOTAM can be extended for next 2 months, but where a condition is expected to last for an additional 3 months or more, an AIP supplement is issued, which will replace the NOTAM. Why NOTAMs are important? Accountability and safety. Airports are responsible for informing pilots of hazards. Pilots who are not familiar with the conditions at the airport will want to know when unusual or non-standard conditions exist and when conditions differ from what is published. When to issue a NOTAM? A NOTAM shall be originated and issued concerning the information relating to establishment, closure, or significant changes in operations of aerodromes, runways, aeronautical services, air navigation service procedures, and hazards. Types of NOTAM. NOTAMs are classified based upon their use, distribution, etc. Class 1 NOTAM. These are distributed by means of telecommunication rather than publication. Class 2 NOTAM. These are ICAO format NOTAM, which are published every 28 days. A flight data center NOTAM. These are regulatory type of NOTAM, temporary flight restrictions, changes to an airway, or modifications to an instrument approach procedure. These are flight data center NOTAMs. International NOTAMs are intended for distribution to more than one country. Two types of international NOTAMs are SNOTAMs and BIRDTAMs. SNOTAMs are a special series NOTAM given in a standard format providing a surface condition report. SNOTAMs are valid for up to 8 hours or until a new updated SNOTAM is issued. BIRDTAM. The BIRDTAM advises the time frame of the activity, the intensity level, the affected geographic area, and the altitude at which bird activity is observed. Domestic NOTAM are released using local format rather than ICAO format and issued within state only. Civil NOTAM. Any NOTAM that is not part of the military NOTAM system is considered a civil NOTAM. Military NOTAM. A NOTAM which is issued for military airspace or for military airports or through the military NOTAM system is considered to be a military NOTAM. Center Area NOTAM. If the flight data center NOTAM impact more than one airport, they are considered to be Center Area NOTAM. NOTAM D. The D stands for distant and indicates a type of NOTAM that is being distributed both locally and to an area beyond the jurisdiction of the local flight service station or air traffic control. NOTAM U, unofficial, comes from an unofficial source and information is not verified prior to distribution. NOTAM O, other, have other aeronautical information which does not fall under another NOTAM category but is still deemed useful for aircraft operations. Trigger NOTAM. The intent of this NOTAM is to serve as a reminder in the pre-flight information bulletin by signaling the coming into effect of operationally significant permanent or temporary changes to the aeronautical information publication. NOTAMs are distributed locally, which are also called domestic distribution, or they are distributed internationally, known as international distribution. The domestic distribution can be done using any format which may differ from state to state. Here, domestic NOTAM format of United States is shown in the green box. It will be decoded as the vast majority of NOTAMs begins with an exclamation point and an airport location. Exclamation ORD, the exclamation mark which serves an automated data processing function. This is followed by airport identifier, which is called the accountable location. ORD stands for Chicago O'Hare International Airport. After the location, you will see 4-digit numbers followed by a slash and then 2 numbers. This is official NOTAM number. Alpha 0667 is the NOTAM number and the slash 22 indicates the year 2022. The next part of the NOTAM will indicate the affected location, which is Chicago O'Hare International Airport. The next part is the information for which NOTAM is issued. Runway 04 left Papi unserviceable. Event start time and end time. These timings will be in the order year, month, day, then UTC time. Event starts from 2022 year, 12th month, 14th day, 1700 UTC, and the event will end on the same date at 1800 UTC. International NOTAM data format. It is standard data format used for international distribution. The format is as per the specification of ICAO Doc 8126, a Nautical Information Service Manual. It is easier to decode NOTAMs when you understand the basic framework of the NOTAMs. Let's look at the structure of the NOTAM so you can read them quickly and accurately. You can check any NOTAM on FAA website. The first item is A3170/22. This is Series A NOTAM with NOTAM number 3170. The /22 indicates the year 2022. Each NOTAM is allocated a series identified by letter A, B, C, D, or G, and a 4-digit number followed by a stroke and a 2-digit number for the year. Series E and Series B both are international NOTAM. The Series A NOTAM are used when unserviceability or changes of aeronautical facilities likely to last for more than 2 hours, whereas Series B NOTAM are used when unserviceability or changes of aeronautical facilities likely to last for more than 30 minutes but less than 2 hours. Series C and Series D are domestic NOTAM. Series D NOTAMs are used for defense airports. Series G are NOTAMs which contain information of general and lasting character. NOTAMs are of three types: new, replace, or cancel. The item Q is divided in 8 fields, each separated by stroke. If no entry for any field, it will be kept blank between the strokes. The Q line fields follow a strict format offering specific information in the order. First, FIR, VOMF means Chennai FIR. 2. NOTAM code. 3. Traffic. 4. Purpose. 5. Scope. 6. Lower vertical limit. 7. Upper vertical limit. 8. Coordinates and radius of influence. To understand NOTAM code, spend some time for studying the table. All NOTAM code groups contain a total of 5 letters. First letter is always Q. Second and third letter identifies the subject. Fourth and fifth letter denotes the condition of the subject. Second and third letter of NOTAM code is the subject. Subject related with movement area will start with M. In the example, second and third letter are MR, which is, as per this table, belongs to the subject runway. All subject codes are provided, for example, facility, lighting facilities, communication and radar facilities, instrument and microwave landing systems, global navigation satellite system, navigation facilities, airspace organization, procedures, restrictions, services, warnings, and others. If subject is not listed, then insert cross as the second and third letters. The fourth and the fifth letter of the NOTAM code denotes the condition of the subject. In the example, fourth and fifth letter are LC, which is, as per this table, means closed. The NOTAM code QMRLC is decoded as: first letter of NOTAM code is always Q. Second and third letter identifies the subject MR, runway. Fourth and fifth letter denote the condition of the subject LC, means closed. The next is the traffic. IFR and VFR both are affected. The fourth element of item Q is purpose and denote that the NOTAM is selected for the immediate attention of aircraft operator. B denote that the NOTAM is selected for pre-flight information bulletin entry. O denote that the NOTAM concerning flight operations. M denote miscellaneous NOTAM, which is not subject for a briefing but available on request. K denote that the NOTAM is a checklist. The fifth element of item Q is scope. A denote aerodrome, E denote en route, W denote nav warning, K denote NOTAM is a checklist. The sixth and the seventh element of item Q is vertical limits. Lower and upper vertical limits shall only be expressed in flight levels. If the subject does not contain specific height information, insert 0, 0, 0 for lower and 9, 9, 9 for upper as default values. The eighth element of item Q is coordinates and radius. The latitude and longitude, which represents center of the circle, whose radius is a 3-digit distance figure in nautical mile. Item A is location indicator or location indicator for GNSS element. Bangalore VOBL is a location indicator for Bangalore International Airport. Item B is the beginning of the occurrence or activity. This time will be in the order year, month, day, then UTC time. Item C is the end of the occurrence of activity. If NOTAM is of permanent nature, we can insert pram in place of date and time group. If the duration of activity is not certain, we will write approximate end time followed with the abbreviation EST. This means that end time is estimated and before this time a new NOTAM to be issued or the existing NOTAM is to be cancelled. Item D is optional and it contains activity schedule during which an occurrence takes place. Item E is a NOTAM text which must contain the information on the hazard, status of operation, or condition of the facilities reported. South runway 09, right 27 left, not available for operations due scheduled maintenance every Saturday between 1835 to 1935 UTC. Item F and G are normally applicable to navigation warnings or airspace restrictions, but can be used for any other applicable subjects and are usually part of the pre-flight information bulletin entry. Now, I will request you all to read this content and try to write a NOTAM in the international format. In the Montreal Flight Information Region, gun firing will take place on the 21st day of February 2023 from 0800 UTC until 1100 UTC within an area of 10 nautical mile radius around the location 45037 north, 74000 west from the surface up to an altitude of 6,100 meters from the mean sea level. So, here, Bravo 9999/22 is B series NOTAM, duration 2 hours or less and affecting international operations. Alpha 9999/22. A series NOTAM, duration more than 2 hours and affecting international operations. A 4-digit NOTAM number followed by a stroke and 2 digits is to indicate the year 2022. NOTAM is a new information. Item Q. First field is Flight Information Region, Montreal. Second field is NOTAM code, starts with Q, subject, gun firing, code, WM, condition will take place, code, LW. Third field indicates that this is significant for IFR and VFR traffic. Fourth field is purpose, BO, indicates for inclusion in pre-flight information bulletin and operationally significant for instrument flight rules, flights. Fifth field is scope, navigation warning, so code letter is W. Lower limit is 000, upper limit is flight level 200. Thereafter, coordinates and radius of the activity. Item A, name of flight information region, Montreal. Item B, date, time group in UTC when this NOTAM becomes effective. Item C, date, time group in UTC when the NOTAM will end. Item E is the text of the NOTAM. Gun firing will take place radius 10 nautical mile around 4537 knot 07400 west. Item F, lower vertical limit. Item G, upper vertical limit. I hope that you have found this exercise interesting. Now, this is for your practice. Try to decode this. You can pause here. I'm sure that you have easily decoded the exercise. You can cross-check your answer here. Some facts about NOTAM. NOTAM contains information which are of operational significance. Minimum duration for unserviceability for which NOTAM is to be initiated is 30 minutes. NOTAMs are issued by international NOTAM offices or the National Flight Data Center. Extensive text or graphics cannot be used in NOTAM. NOTAMs contains only one subject and one condition. NOTAMs conditions exceeding 3 months should be replaced by AIP supplement. International NOTAM format is a standard format specified in DOC 8126 and Nautical Information Service Manual. I hope after watching this video, you will be able to decode any NOTAM. If you have found this useful, please like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Wish you all a wonderful day ahead. Thank you.